Hey watch fans, Brad from Brent L. Miller Jewelers here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And today I have another this or that for us. And I pulled out two more Grand Seikos. And these are limited edition models from 2020. So this was the 60th anniversary, 1960 to 2020. Double check my math, but we got 60 years for Grand Seiko. And so on my left here is the SBGR321. And on my right is the SBGH281. I'll go over the specs here in a minute. I'll also list those in the description, but essentially you have your automatic here in the 321, and you have your high beat automatic here in the 281. The guy on my left, the 321 is limited to 2,500 pieces, and this one is limited to 1,500 pieces, so about a thousand less. Obviously, looking at the dial, just going over them real quick, the Grand Seiko logo here is in a gold tone versus a white rhodium gold, or not rhodium, white gold rhodium tone. It is not listed as white gold, so I'm assuming it's rhodium. But both applied. Handset similar, hour indices similar, although these look a little longer to me, just looking at them here now. Date wheels, same 3 o'clock position. However, the 281 has it's almost like a silverish background to it, whereas your 321 has, I'll be honest with you, the blue on this is so dark, I can't tell if the date window is a dark blue matching the dial or if it's black, but regardless, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty consistent. And then you get the red accents here. So you get the whole red seconds hand on the high beat, as well as the verbiage here, the 6 o'clock on the dial in red, versus just your automatic in your kind of white text. You do have a red tip seconds hand though. Overall, just some other minor characteristics. Your minute markers on this are on the outside of the hour indices, where on this they are inside. So there's a little bit different kind of just orientation to the minute markers. So let's go over cases quick. So the 321 I measured at exactly 40, whereas I got 39.9 on the high beat. So essentially both measured 40 millimeter cases. 13 millimeters thick on the automatic 321, and I had 13.6 on our high beat on the 281. So a little bit thicker. Get my fingerprints off that. And then we had 46.4 lug tip to lug tip versus 46.2. So a little shorter lug tip to lug tip. You have a 20 millimeter lug width and a 19 millimeter lug width on your 281. So they're a little bit larger on your 321, just that 1 millimeter. I kind of did notice it. Obviously, you're looking at the different style case here with these lugs. What I did measure is, when I had both these on in hand, I felt like the high beat 281 just looked bigger to me. And so I did measure directly across just the bezel itself. So I came in from where the crown's at to just the edge of the bezel here. And this was 37.6 versus 36.5. So essentially exactly 1 millimeter smaller. So I think it's fair to say that the dial, maybe it's just the way the indices are spread out, but I feel like this looks larger on wrist, even though the dimensions are not. So again, on the 321, we have the 9S65 automatic movement with a 72-hour power reserve. And my favorite feature on this watch personally is this absolutely gorgeous rotor. Grand Seiko, if you go to their features, lists it as, it's blued by electrolysis, I believe, like an anodized way to get the blue rotor. I believe I've read other places though where it's titanium, so I couldn't find anything definitive. Regardless, I just like the look of it. Sorry, I do have the sticker on it, but I just think the blue rotor, the logo on it, really is just a really cool feature on this watch. Both have the folding deploying clasp. And on the high beat, we have the 9S85 high beat 55-hour power reserve compared to the 72 on the automatic. And we do not have that rotor on the high beat, obviously, just a different movement. But overall, if you're comparing the movements themselves, I like the color, I like the shape. I just think it's pretty cool on the automatic. So with that said, the question is, which do you guys prefer? Slightly more limited high beat, 2500 on the automatic. Very, very similar. Let me throw both these on wrist real quick. Try to keep this video as short as I can. So again, a 6 3/4 inch wrist. There's a wrist roll in the description to our Instagram page where you get a better idea, but just kind of see how they wear. And I'll show you the high beat quick, and we'll get this video over with. So I like them both. The movement alone on the automatic, I like the rotor. However, I don't know if you could tell, just the shape, the case shape on this wears a little bit thicker and a little bit longer on me. Personally, I'd be going with the 321, the SBGR321, but I don't think you can go wrong with either one of these. And again, better wrist shots, wrist rolls on a link in the description to our Instagram page. Let me know which one you guys prefer. Thanks for watching. Sorry I ran a little long on this one. If there's anything I can do for you, feel free to email me, brad@brentlmiller.com. Just a watch enthusiast who is happy to help. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.